And I would use that opportunity to congratulate the institutions that are delivering on their mandate. For example, a man who gave a policeman a headbutt. And I want to congratulate the Ghana Police Service and the other institutions that are working. And we will come to some of the other institutions. So I saw this somewhere. I'm told it happened somewhere around Garu. And I put it out there and called on the Ghana Police Service to take action, because if action is not taken, it will be normalized. And this is not the first time that somebody has attempted to beat a policeman or whatever it is, or a man in uniform. Let me put it that way. And the police responded immediately after the show. They put out a post on their official Facebook page, which I found commendable. Now, let's read the statement that the police put out yesterday relative to this, that you can maybe applaud the policeman for not deciding to defend himself by also putting his Kalashnikov into full action. Because he could have done that if he felt that he was outnumbered and his life was under threat. But you could clearly see, for whatever reason, I don't know. And I know that the experts at the Ghana Police Service, COP, Lydia Donko and her team, very crack team of investigators, will do a great job. And this is from the regional headquarters, Ghana Police Service, Bolgatanga in the Upper East region. It's dated the 7th of October 2025. It's a press release. And this was posted just a few minutes after we had done with Johnny's Bite. I don't know if to call it a scorecard or to leave it there. But police on manhunt for suspect who assaulted officer at Garu. The Upper East Regional Police Command has commenced investigations into an incident in which a police officer was assaulted by a commercial tricycle rider at the Garu in the Upper East region. The incident occurred on the 6th of October 2025 when the officer and community protection assistants, CPAs, were conducting stop and search operations along the Garu-Nankpanduri road. The team intercepted a tricycle loaded with sacks of groundnuts and passengers sitting on top. When the officer instructed the rider to stop and park properly for inspection, he became aggressive and attacked the officer. The suspect has fled the scene on his tricycle. Efforts are underway to arrest the tricycle rider and ensure he faces the full rigors of the law. Signed, Chief Inspector Abdul-Rahman Sumalia. He's a public affairs department person at the Upper East Regional headquarters of the Ghana Police Service. And I think this is commendable. And you would agree with me that lately or recently, the police has been forthcoming with a lot of information about how they are progressing in their investigations. In fact, yesterday or so, there was a press conference, and it's regular. So you are updated about who has been arrested and what processes they have been taking through, etc. And I think that for me, that is also good. The National Anti-Illegal Mining Operation Security, NAIMOS, a task force, they are doing a yeoman's job, moving from place to place. The latest one, I'm told, is the River and Cobra. You have people at the port, for example, Brigadier General Poseidu, doing a yeoman's job. And I never knew that the 24-hour economy, I thought people were just making, comments about it. But somebody took me to the port at night, and they were working. And for those of you who know, in the past, by 4:35, everybody is preparing to leave and go home. So people are actually doing some work, and they must be commended, which is why I insist and agree with the people who also say that if somebody has been given an appointment or a position and the person is not performing, kick the person out. It is not a family inheritance, because we have seen it in this country before. People were not performing, but were kept there because we liked it. And I will refer this again and say that That was why Ghanaians voted against the previous government. The sins of the previous government must not be repeated by this government. If not, the defeat that the previous government faced will be worse for you if the elections are fought and won or lost. So I'm sure that the powers that be and the appointing authorities are listening, because these are sentiments that are coming from the streets, as I like to put it. And the streets know. Now, another institution that is doing some good work, and please find me TDC boss is also doing some good work, I'm told. Very, very good work, and we need to celebrate him. And then also, take me to HEFRA, in fact, the Health Facilities Regulatory Authority. Dr. Ban is doing a great job cracking down on people, and with the Miss Nuhoho and the rest of the team who work at HEFRA, they're doing a job as they ought to do, because HEFRA, as a health regulatory facility authority, right, must be up and doing for all our sakes. Because if I walk into a lab, or I walk into a hospital or another health facility where I know that I'm going to get quality health care, but the facility doesn't have the requisite license, you can just imagine what could possibly happen to me if there are quacks in there. You could just understand. Look, find me that SOT, and let's play Dr. Ban's SOT from HEFRA on the crackdown.
Recently, we've noticed that a lot of facilities are operating either without license or some with expired licenses. And this is against the law. Those who have not renewed their licenses, we gave them what we call administrative fines and gave them within 2 weeks to regularize their operations. Some of them did. They paid their administrative fines and they initially registered. We did licensing for them and they are okay. A few of the facilities have been very recalcitrant and they have not paid their administrative fines. They have also not taken steps to get a license. Once your facility is not licensed, we are not sure of what is going on there. We don't know whether you have the right personnel, equipment, and the processes to provide care to patients who enter your facility. Once that happens, it means that we have to come and then close it down. The Health Facilities Regulatory Agency is undergoing what we call a reset. We want to position ourselves to do what we have been set up to do and to protect the public against dangerous practices.
So
recently,
another of the people who are doing a great job, like Dr. Emmanuel Amakofi-Boa and a couple of others, Dr. Atufosin, Haruna Idrisu, Kwame Agboja. You know, some of them, you can actually see them moving and doing something. So the rest must also come with their scorecard and show working. Because we want to see actual work, not talk and paper leadership. We don't want to see that. We actually want to see some real work happening on the ground. Because the conversation is about bettering the lives of the people and making them comfortable. So if you are giving that opportunity to come in there, to come and be a CEO or a board chairman or a council chair or whatever it is that you are giving the opportunity to hold on to, and we don't see the results, or you don't find a way to tell your story, then there will be a problem. Kwabena Mintakando, for example, doing a great job. The only point that I may disagree with them is that this HPV, vaccination, I didn't see a lot of public sensitization and education about it. But so we have the same conversation about what happened during COVID when people told their families and friends not to go and take the vaccine and all of that. But if you listen to the mindset behind it and the concept and the intention and everything else, it's a good thing. He's moving left, right, center, working with all the patients that you can find. MP for Dwaboso Kwabena Minta Kando. But I think that there should have been a lot more public education and sensitization before this started. And I'm saying this on good authority because between 2001 and 2005, I participated actively in the National Immunization Days. I used to carry that, ash, box, the ice box. I used to carry that. And we'll be roaming the entire North Kaneshie, Okankwe South. Those who know, they know. Those who know, the nurses and the doctors that we worked with, they know. Our friends from WHO, UNICEF, all of that, they know what I'm talking about. So that sensitization happens prior to the immunization. So when you get to the children's schools, or you get to the churches, or you come to do mop-up, as we used to call it, whether for measles or for vitamin A and vitamin A and polio and all of those things, you have the full support. Now